Alright, so this is behind the scenes of the Lego Star Wars Boba Fett movie. So right here, if you can recognize it, if you have watched the movie, obviously you probably have already, but this is the bridge. So this is like where Commander Kyle, my made-up character, goes and meets General Grievous and blows up the ship. So I already filmed the whole movie, which I regret doing. I should have like filmed this like beforehand, but he would be right here, and then I would use this green base plate I have, and I'd put it right there so I can edit out all the green screen stuff, so I could be able to make the space, and I'll be showing you how I do all that in the next part of the video. And this would be the ceremony scene, where, you know, they get congratulated by the Chancellor. I did not have a Chancellor minifigure, so I just kind of made my own, like, real quick. I just found this head, and, you know, I took 1999 Obi-Wan Kenobi's hair just to borrow it, just real quick. I used some Phase 1 clones because that's where it's taking place, but not really accurate to the movie itself, because, you know. Now, for the where I got the ideas of the Boba Fett minifigure, it was from, I think it was from Star Wars The Clone Wars TV series. Star Wars The Clone Wars TV series, where when Boba Fett was a kid, I think it was like season 2, and he was trying to kill Mace Windu, and he pretty much destroyed a whole frickin' Venator class Star Destroyer. And I kind of got the idea, you know, because he had like a Han Solo hair, pretty much. He had Han Solo's hair in the episode, so I just decided to use the new Han Solo's hair from the new Mos Eisley Cantina set. And I just used a normal clone face because he is a clone after all. And I kind of, you know, I took the little cloth thing that the actual Boba Fett has, and just, you know, used that. I'm not exactly sure where the helmet is, but this was from the Han Solo Freezes in Carbonite. That's a set that I got him from. So yeah, all I just did was I took the torso from a Rebel Battle Pack from the Rogue One sets, and pretty much the pants as well, and I replaced the arms. They were actually brown, but you know, that was pretty much it for him. And so I pretty much made up like 2 of these characters. It was Commander Kyle and you know, and this guy right here. I think his name's I don't know his name. He doesn't really have a name in the movie. But for Commander Kyle's voice, I used Arnold Schwarzenegger's. I like cut out movie scene voices for him, and you know, because I just wanted my movie to be unique, and I didn't want to use my voice for every single character. But you know, I might make another one. I'm not sure. Really depends. But I'm thinking about working on a different film. So obviously he has a Phase 1 clone helmet. This is different than the other Phase 1 clones that I have. I have 2013 clone Phase 1 helmets. This is like a Clone Wars helmet. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So now I'm going to show you how I edit all the photos on Photoshop. Okay, so how I did the scene where Boba Fett is asking for like a deal, and he like wants to you know, just like get 1,000,000 credits and wants Mace Windu because he killed his father and stuff. So pretty much I took a picture of Boba Fett and the Admiral or whatever, just the random Admiral that they had, and I pretty much took a filter that was the color blue, and then I took the paint bucket and made it a light blue color, and then I just paint bucketed. I made it there was like a thing on the top. I made it soft light so it could see through. Then I just made all the characters blue. and I made it a bit smaller than that. Yeah, so I just undid all that, and then I made it smaller. Then I had to delete that layer that was over there. So I made it smaller, and then I was trying to figure out what I would do to make it look like it was projecting instead of just floating up in the air. I tried this one, but I didn't think it looked too good. I'm not even sure. I don't think it really looked that good. So I just undid it because it didn't look as good as that. But so then I tried, painting like that almost, just coloring it in, and then I was gonna smudge like the sides and stuff, but I don't know. I wish it could have turned out better, but I mean, my skills at Photoshop isn't really that good, so that was pretty much it. That's how I got the projector scene, and then I saved that picture, and then after I saved that picture, I stayed in Photoshop and I went to the paintbrush with the black paint and I just colored in Boba Fett's mouth so he'd make it look like he was talking and stuff. So how I did the scene where Boba Fett blows up blows up the clone troopers and the wall explodes and then they're getting sucked out of space. So when Boba Fett was trying to hold on to something to not get flown out into space, I just cut out the wall kinda, and then I took an image I got from the internet of a space, and I just made it big. I pretty much cut it out, made it big, and then put it behind the layer, the background layer, and then after that, I took a filter like a blizzard filter to make it look windy almost. So then it looked like it was getting sucked out and stuff. And obviously, and I accidentally left a little part out sticking out of the wall. So I just photoshopped that part to cover it up. I just like copied a wall kind of on the same image and just pasted it and then put it on that section. So I used the blizzard filter, and yeah, it took me a little while. I kind of screwed up on that filter right there. So then after that, so how I made the clone trooper cutout, obviously I had to cut out the wall again and then put the space in there. Then honestly, I did not make like I did not put the clone trooper. It was like not actually in the image. The clone trooper was actually in one separate image. So I took a clone trooper, put him on a lightsaber, and just put him on the green screen, and then I just cut him out, erased all the crap studs and stuff, and just erased the lightsaber piece on him. And then I just made him a bit smaller, moved him around a bit, and that's pretty much how it looked like he was flying away. Because obviously, I think it'd take longer if I just held him with a lightsaber in the same image and then took a blank image of that and then just did all that. So I just did that instead. And then I used the blizzard thing on the clone trooper and on the picture so it looks like he's blending in more. But I mean, I think it looks fine without the blizzard, but I used the blizzard to make the wind effects. And then I saved it, and then so I just took my paint and I took like purple, or I guess you could say that's pink, but it doesn't really matter. So I took the pink and I just put it on the lightsaber just a little bit, and then I put lighter pink over that pink, and I just kept on saving the image, and then just keep on making the lightsaber go up more and more. And then that's pretty much how I made it look like he was turning on the lightsaber. So yeah, that's pretty much how I did that. I think I did a good job on it. I'm learning new ways of how to Photoshop images and stuff. And that was pretty much the scene where he takes off Boba Fett's gun and takes him captive. And yeah, now I'm gonna just show you how I did the reactor room scene. So pretty much how I did the reactor room scene was I took an image of Boba Fett on a gray platform with a green screen right in front of him, and then I cut out the green screen, and the Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where Darth Maul was fighting Qui-Gon Jinn, I took that and yeah, and I made it larger and larger so you wouldn't see them, and then I put it below the image, and it made it look like it was a reactor room. You know, I totally forgot what those things actually are. I'm assuming they're like power something, but I doubt it. But that's pretty much how I did that. I actually used those ship scenes from the Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars video game. As you can see, when General Grievous's ship pulls up behind the Venator class Star Destroyers, I used a scene from the Star Wars video game for that, and I thought it was a really good idea. You know, I just saw it in like my recommended YouTube videos, and I was like, oh, well, I could just use that for the ships instead of having to, you know, find a picture online and just making it stop motion, because it'd probably look a lot crappier than it would with the video game stuff. So that's pretty much how I did that. I just tried to find as much ship scenes as I could. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much how I did the ship part of it. That's pretty much it for this video. Um, if you haven't watched the Boba Fett video itself, I don't honestly know why wouldn't be watching it if you're watching this. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to probably make another one. I'm still thinking about it, making a part 2 of this. The Batman trilogy thing, the Lego Batman thing I made, my first video, that I am not making a remake of. I'm not making a part 2 of it. So that's pretty much it for this video. That was behind the scenes of Lego Star Wars, The Rise of Boba Fett.